Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to do an investigation during the day. Now some people do believe that doing a daytime investigation makes no difference to doing an evening investigation. Me myself, I've experienced paranormal during the day and of an evening. So I don't believe that there's a set time that ghosts or spirits do come out. So I just thought let's do a daytime investigation, see if we do get anything during the day. I mean, you don't know, daytime could be more active than evening. So yeah, so today we're at this, what is it, Steve?
Today we're at this beautiful, I'd say it's a little country house. We don't have any history on this place. The state of the property, we can tell that the previous residents has probably been left about 5 years, I would probably guess. As I said, no history on the place, so we're just going to see what we can get.
Yeah. I always like walking into unknown places because you don't know the history of the place, so you haven't already got that perception of the place.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go somewhere where it's known to be haunted, you expect a lot, don't you?
I must admit, it feels a lot more, I don't feel as scared in the daytime as I do overnight, I must admit.
Although you keep looking out the window to make sure no one's going to pull up and tell us off. Yeah, during the day, I think during the daytime and during the nighttime for me has the same vibe.
Yeah.
I think if a place is got activity, it's got activity no matter what time of the day, personally. So this is, I would say, a three-bedroom house.
Three bedroom. Semi-detached.
Bathroom's downstairs.
Bathroom downstairs, yeah.
Huge, huge garden. Massive, massive garden. Yeah. So we'll start off in the front room, I guess, and then if it's, because it's quite quiet here. We are actually in the country, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's quite quiet here. So we are just going to call out to any spirits or any old residents or any ghosts. If you can hear my voice and you want to communicate with me today, that would be great. I do have a device. It's a little black box and it does have some green, it does have a green light on it. Now, if you walk towards that, theoretically, it should flash different colours. So that is one way we can communicate today. If not, then you can always make a noise in this property. There's lots of things for you to tap and bang on. There's glass here, there's bottles on the floor. So any sort of communication would be great. So if there is anybody here, are you able to communicate with us?
We're just going to introduce ourselves to you. My name is Ste.
And my name is Dolly.
And what we do is we go to abandoned places and we see if there's any life beyond death. So see if we can make any communication with any spirits.
Maybe you can see us, but you're not sure why we're here. As Steve explained, we are just here to make communication with you now that you've passed on. And we don't mean to frighten you or disrespect your home. And we're certainly not here to hurt you. We just want to gather evidence that there is life after death or that the paranormal is real, because I really do believe in the paranormal. Do you know what? I can smell a really weird smell all of a sudden.
I can't, I can smell something musty.
I smelled that when I walked in, but now I can smell this really weird smell, like burning wood or something. I know that all looks a bit burnt out down there, but it smells like burning wood, like a bonfire.
Mm.
But we can't rule out, because we're in the country, that far away there's a bonfire somewhere.
As Dolly said earlier on, we do have a few devices scattered around the living room. If you could go towards that device on the windowsill, the little black box, theory has it, if you go towards that and grasp that device, it will light up colours. If you could do that for me, then perhaps we could use the colours to ask some questions.
Pardon me.
So could you move towards that device, please?
Is there any passing spirits here that maybe visit here from time to time? Maybe you aren't the resident that used to live here. Maybe you just passed through. Maybe this was your land at one point. Because we are in the country, so at one point someone would have ruled this land.
I mean, there is quite a bit of decay on the outside. I've seen pictures of this place
Yeah.
from 5 years ago, and it was amazing.
So you reckon this is only 5 years old?
I would say, well, going by the pictures that I've seen online and digging back a bit of the property, I can see that 5 years ago it was really nice looking outside. Nice, like bushes outside and nice flowers, and it was really looked after. So I'm just saying that it could be longer than that.
Yeah. People keep driving past in their cars and they're looking and they're probably thinking they're seeing apparitions.
I mean, I like them windows.
The only problem with really old properties, you can't change the windows if they're listed, can you?
No, single glazed. Very nice.
We can only imagine that back in the day, when you did own this property, that it was very, very nice. It's very quiet here, it's in the country. You probably had some really lovely times here with your family, some lovely memories. You have a lovely big garden, maybe you had horses out the back or animals. But we'd really appreciate if you could help us out today and try and communicate. Maybe knock on the stairs, walk up and down the stairs for us. Considering all the rubble in this place, it's very quiet.
Yeah, nothing's been disturbed, nothing's not coming off.
I've not heard anything since we've been here. Since
I haven't heard
I've
anything.
done B-roll or been looking around, I've actually heard nothing.
I mean, this is why you like doing abandoned buildings. You like to know one day, fingers crossed, we'll go in and
It was the most haunted
it's all
house
going to go off.
in the UK, and no one knew about it because the family fled and didn't say anything. We can only hope that that happens one day.
Would you perhaps be able to make this noise for us, please?
That was weird.
What was that?
I don't know. That was weird.
What was that?
I don't know. That was weird.
What was that?
I don't know.
I didn't hear anything.
It sounded like a bomb. It wasn't a knock like what you just did.
Let me
It was
try it
like a
again.
bomb. Yeah, try it again in case it's the wood relaxing. No, it was weird. It was like a bomb. If you are trying to make communication with us, but we can't hear you, are you able to do something else, like use your voice? Call out, whistle?
If you move close to our cameras or these little devices on our chest, you can speak into those.
Tell us your name, perhaps? Is that quiet? You can just all you can hear
It's
is like
really
the
quiet.
birds. There is a light bulb on the fireplace. Are you able to roll that off for us, please?
Very quiet.
Yeah, I like to just sometimes just look around the room and be like, I wonder what it looked like when it was all done up. And there was furniture in here and TV and stuff.
I can imagine it was quite a nice little...
No, I can't believe how quiet it is. It's just so nice and quiet, and they probably had a really big drive as well because they've got a massive garage out there, a huge garage. Yeah. So guys, we don't seem to be getting a lot of communication in this front room. So what we're going to do is we're just going to show you a little bit around the room, around the house, and then maybe do some calling out in the house. Because I don't feel like we're getting much communication here at all, to be fair. And I'm really surprised because there is so much debris on the floor. The house is literally falling apart and we've not heard anything. We've heard nothing, not even wood settling. Look, I'll show you guys that there is a lot of... There's just so much stuff on the floor. And look, I mean, you would think there's even a bird's nest in here and we've not even heard them come out or anything. But, yeah, so this was the front room. I take it.
I would have thought so. It's the biggest room, so I would have thought it would have been the front room.
Yeah. And then obviously the doors there. And then you've got like a little cubby hole. I'm guessing this was the kitchen only because of the plumbing work and everything. So it has actually been really stripped, this place. It really is stripped. But the only thing which is really weird is the bathroom. That is the only thing that's intact. So you've got the shower here, the electric shower, which I would have thought would be the first thing to be stripped out, if I'm honest with you. I'm just going to put my light on, guys, because I don't think you can really see it that well. So you've got the shower, tiles are even still here, the bath's still here. Then you've got a lot of abandoned buildings that we go to, the first thing we notice is the bathroom.
Always stripped.
It's always stripped, yes. So the first thing we always find is that the bathroom's stripped. But for some reason, that bathroom is just intact. Even the kitchen's been stripped. So if I just show you guys. And then outside you've got like just land. And when I say land, I mean look at it. I mean someone just looks like they've tried to break down the door. I'm not sure why, because there's nothing here, but... yeah, I mean look how big the garden would have been. It's massive, absolutely massive. I don't think this has been left 5 years though. I'll be surprised because whoever lived here, unless they lived quite badly, I can't see it myself.
I know there's a lot of people unfortunately can't maintain their properties, so...
Could have been an elderly person that lived here and maybe they got too old to care for the property. But I think this is, I don't know, I'd say 20 years old maybe. But again, you don't know.
I'm going on the shower as well. That don't look that old.
No.
Same with the fixtures and fittings. They're not that old.
I think if we was to call out here, it'd be a little bit contaminated just because that back door's been kicked in. I mean, we could try upstairs.
Do you want me to shut this door?
Yeah, you could do. But I don't know if it did shut. It kind of shuts, doesn't it? What curtain there?
I mean, did you want to...
Yeah,
call out here for 5 or so minutes?
Yeah, we could do, couldn't we? The old trusted EMF reader
That never
goes off. Oh dear, don't know what is wrong with that EMF reader.
So we are now in what we believe would have been your kitchen. Maybe you would have enjoyed coming in the kitchen to do some baking, to do some cooking. Would you be able to come into the kitchen where we are now, please? Perhaps make a noise so we know you're here. Perhaps move something on the floor. There's plenty of things for you to move.
There's a big piece of wood there as well. If you want to just knock that over, then we'll know you're definitely with us. If you did live here and you have passed on, I can imagine this would have been absolutely beautiful to stand here and bake and even cook your family a meal, because the views that you've got are absolutely stunning. And I mean they are stunning. And it's not really a bad sized kitchen. I know once everything's in it, it will look a lot smaller, but it's not as bad. You know, the back garden just makes up for the whole property, doesn't it? The views make up for the whole property, but...
It's a lovely little semi-detached property.
Beautiful. Wooden spoon down there as well. Look, there's a wooden spoon.
I mean, does washing up liquid have dates on?
Is it a fairy?
It's a fairy.
Yeah, I don't know when that was out. And if it's the old fairy, I can imagine that you can kind of guess, but that looks like a newer version of fairy. Is there a date on it?
No. I thought they had dates on them.
I thought they did on the lid. We have just come here just to, run a little experiment to see if there are spirits during the day, because a lot of the time they are perceived that they only come out when it's dark to scare people, but we don't believe that. Well, I don't believe that. I believe that if there's a spirit around and they want to communicate, they will communicate with you whether it's day or night. That's what my belief is, so...
And we don't know. Spirits could be walking around wherever you are.
Exactly.
I know people do believe that as well.
Yeah.
Everywhere's haunted because there's always going to be trauma that's happened, deaths, wherever you go. It's just whether they can communicate with us. I know one of our viewers said, are they even allowed to communicate with us? We just don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know if you want to try upstairs for a bit because it's very quiet.
Very quiet. I mean, there is an upstairs, but I'm not sure how dangerous it is.
I've been up there, it's fine. What's that noise?
I don't know. It's coming from the door. And I think because there's that little tiny, guys, I think it's just trying to open itself. Because there's a little tiny gap there, so I believe that the door is trying to open itself. If there is a spirit trying to open the door, can you force that door open now and blow it straight open? Kick it open for us.
That would be amazing if you could do that.
Love for that to happen on camera. We just never.
That'd be really good, wouldn't it?
We're never lucky.
We never
enough.
seem to get anything, unfortunately, but
No.
I'm just fingers crossed one day that we're going to go somewhere.
We've got a ball fall down the stairs, and in our asylum video, we did catch a breath, what sounds like a breath, when I left my static running. So I think that's probably the best
Evidence today.
I would say solid paranormal evidence with that breath, because it sounds, we can't debunk it. We've tried.
We've sent it to people to look at.
We have sent it to debunker to look at, and we just can't debunk it. So for us, I feel like that's probably the best concrete paranormal evidence.
Yeah.
Even the ball going downstairs, I still feel was paranormal. And we did have 3 cameras on it as well, so there's 3 different angles looking at it. But the breath
Is 100%.
is a breath, and it sounds like a human breath as well. So very strange.
I mean, maybe we should just go upstairs just for a little bit, show the audience.
Yeah, let's go then. Go on then. I'll follow you, sir.
Alright, so here we go, guys. We're just going upstairs. This one would probably be your master bedroom, I would say, because it's the biggest. Just put that on the windowsill. Yeah, it feels quite structurally safe.
You say?
Yeah, and then I'll go through it in a minute. So we have now come upstairs into, we believe would have been the master bedroom because it's the bigger bedroom. Perhaps you spend most of your time in this room. Would you be able to come forward and make any form of communication with us, please? Whether that be by knocking, moving something that's on the floor, or perhaps going towards that device on the windowsill. know. What's that? I don't know. Can't rule that out being a car door or something.
That was next door. But next door is an empty house. No one lives there, it's for sale.
Yeah, no one lives next door.
It's auctioned. You've checked it out. You look so panicked.
Yeah, because don't expect that to...
To me, it sounded like it come from next door. Like someone banging next door. If that was you, are you able to do that again, please?
We've driven...
I would say a car door, but there is no car doors.
That's what I was trying to think. There's literally nowhere where...
A car would pull up, and if it was the police, they would... We know what the police
they
are
would
like
just
now.
drive right into that drive.
We've been called... We've had the police come out twice on us now, and we know that they just literally pull up and get the dogs out and come in.
Yeah.
So it's not the police.
We've driven quite a way today because we was very interested in this property because it's such a beautiful place.
And we haven't seen anybody film here either, actually, have we?
Never. I haven't
Never seen anyone. Actually, to be fair, you've only ever seen one person come here.
I've seen one person come here, yeah.
We think we're the first people to film at this property. Well, do a paranormal investigation as well. Was there perhaps a lady that lived in this bedroom? Lived in this bedroom. Was this a lady's bedroom? Because it is very pink. So it could have been a lady that stayed in this room. I just heard tapping. And again.
I can hear that.
If that is you tapping and trying to make communication with me, could you do it again, please? But could you tap twice? Could you do it again, please? But could you tap twice? Could you tap twice? I'm just going to see what that noise is because it could just be the sun's... I don't know whether this is right, guys. This is just my theory, but the sun's come out. So could it be that it's heating up the back room and the back room's now starting to creak?
Expand, yeah.
So I'm just going to double check, guys, because we could be getting communication or we could just be talking to a house that's starting to creak. And you must, as a paranormal investigator, rule everything out. Otherwise, there's no point in being a paranormal investigator if every little noise you hear, you're going to put it down to paranormal. So let's just quickly find out if...
Because we have been walking around this
So we can't go in
place.
this room, guys, because if you look. It's just like... I don't even know what's happened there. It's like a hole down to the stairs, so... I think what we'll do is if we just be quiet for a little bit, and if I hear the same noise, I'm going to say it's the house creaking.
Yeah.
It's the house creaking. I just heard it again.
Okay.
Debunked.
Maybe we try in there.
You can go first, because then if you fall down,
Yeah.
I'll ring the ambulance and say, I don't know what he was doing, sir. He shouldn't have been in there, should he? I'm going to say, but he rang me and I just come to collect him.
I mean, look at that. It's amazing. Goes on for miles. Lovely.
Is anyone out there?
No.
I think they're seeing a ghost of the old owners.
If you try and get me and that in.
Go careful, because you nearly fell down the house at Disney. We're now in, I would say, the second bedroom. They're all definitely bedrooms, aren't they? But the way they're decorated, I'd say they're definitely older rooms. So we're now in the second bedroom. It's at the back of the house. So if you can just hear my voice, we're at the last bedroom at the back of your house. It overlooks your shed. So if you are here, whether you're here in spirit or energy, could you just come into your back bedroom, please, and make some sort of communication with us? Now there's a big plasterboard here. Could you knock that over for us, please? Just push it over. Now it's quite flimsy, so it shouldn't take much to knock over. So if you could, that would be absolutely fantastic. We'd know we're talking to the old owner of this property. If that falls, would you get that in?
I would get that in.
Perfect. Just so no one knows it's not near me. There's a lot of flies in this house, ain't there?
There is, yeah.
If you heard that was me, it wasn't like a demon growling, guys. It was just me.
Oh.
Sorry. It's not a demon at every property we go to, you know. Very odd colour, isn't it, to have your pink and your limes together?
Yeah. Very 60-ish. I know they had the vibrant colours. So if there is anything that you could do, maybe you're frightened that we're here.
If you want us out the house, then I promise you we will leave. If you was to knock this board over or knock anything over in this room loud enough that we can hear you, or even a big loud knock on the wall or something, just something that we can definitely hear you and can't debunk as the house settling, we will leave you in peace, because we are respectful. We are respectful paranormal investigators, and if you don't want us here, then we'll leave, because we're not going to be here to provoke or antagonise you. We don't know you, you know, so we're not here to harm, hurt you, disrespect you. We are literally here just to see if there is life after death and whether spirits do come back to their most happiest place. So if you can just do something massive for us, we will leave you in peace, and we'll know that that's our invitation out of this property. Because we wouldn't just walk into someone else's house and uninvited. So if you want us out, do something.
Maybe you could perhaps knock on the window.
It's getting quite warm in here, actually.
It
isn't
is.
It? Yeah. Yeah, your face looks quite
I
red.
can imagine in the summer this would have been a really nice place, yeah. If you have been trying to communicate with us today, we do want to thank you for that.
And we're sorry that we haven't been able to hear you. But we are now going to leave you in peace. And you do have an amazing property, and the views speak for themselves. So once again, thank you if you did try and communicate with us. And if there was nobody here and I was talking to myself, then that's nothing unusual for me.
So yeah, that concludes the investigation / little walk around of this semi-detached property.
But like you said, you had to come here.
It was such a nice place. From the outside, I had to come here. I wasn't sure whether it had stuff inside or out. I've only seen a few photos. But yeah, it was an amazing place.
And I don't think it matters whether you come during the day or the evening. I think if there's spirits or ghosts or energy and they want to communicate, they'll communicate no matter what.
Exactly. So until next time, guys.
Don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe if you can, because honestly it really does mean a lot to us. We put so much effort into these videos for you guys. So yeah, until the next investigation, guys, we'll see you there.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
I mean, good afternoon.